Yes, may I please have number one?
Number one, would you like that hard?
Yes, please. And no pickles on the Big Mac.
Okay, what's your drink?
Sprite, please.
Sprite?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what else for you?
May I please get one spicy McChicken? And that will be it.
There's 2 for 3. Would you like to add one more?
No, ma'am.
Okay. $10.25.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We'll get cookies when we get home. Honey, don't even think about it.
And you get 0% for 60 months on 10 new Toyota models. 0% for 60 months on 10 new Toyota models. Leave it to my friends at Arlington Toyota to do their July 4th sale, because right now they're giving you no payments until 2021 on your new Toyota purchase. With Arlington's Credit for Everyone program, if your Beacon score is from 450 to 850, almost everyone is approved. And with every new vehicle purchase from Arlington Toyota, you get a lifetime warranty with unlimited time and miles. It's the July 4th sales event happening now at Arlington
Henry, no!
Toyota with extended hours on Atlantic, just east of the East Beltway. Always available at arlingtontoyota.com/new July 4th for full details.
Are your glasses no longer helping? Is glare preventing you from driving at night?
You're okay,
If so,
bud. You did
may
nothing
be
wrong.
developing cataracts, and Atlantic Eye Institute can help. Cataracts are a normal part of aging and an exciting opportunity to tailor your vision to your needs and lifestyle. The surgeons of Atlantic Eye Institute customize each procedure with options such as laser and premium lens implants, significantly reducing the need for glasses after surgery. Atlantic Eye Institute even offers glaucoma treatments during cataract surgery that may eliminate the need for prescription eye drops. Don't let cataracts keep you from living your best vision. A 15-minute procedure can restore what you've been missing and more. Visit AtlanticEyeInstitute.com to find out more and to schedule your personalized consultation. Atlantic Eye Institute. Live your vision.
Guys, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley Eye with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. GainsWave is a safe, in-office medical procedure that breaks up blockages, repairs blood vessels, and restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. You'll be spontaneous again. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. There are no shots or risky surgery with GainsWave. The fact is, half of all men are dealing with some form of erectile dysfunction or declining sexual performance. Let our team at Synergenics Elite Health help you get your sex life back on track. Call